Hi friends, it's Mary from Middle of the Ride, and I'm here today to start what I'm hoping is kind of a series. I don't like to overcommit to things that I'm not sure I can do repeatedly, but I'm hoping to check in from time to time, at least during this first year of YouTube, and share a little bit of my experience as someone who's completely new to creating videos on YouTube. So if you're completely new to creating videos on YouTube, maybe some things that I found out during the month or during the time frame that I'm covering will help you. And if you're experienced using YouTube, maybe you can share some information with us in the comments below. Or maybe you'll just get a good chuckle out of, oh, I remember those days when I didn't know, a ton about making videos. So I'm learning a lot as I'm doing YouTube, and I want to share what's going on in my YouTube ride with you. First off, I have some notes on my tablet here below, so if I'm looking down or anything like that, that's what I'm doing. But I started my YouTube channel, I think New Year's Eve. I wanted to start it and kind of have the point of I started doing YouTube on 2016. However, I did not upload my first video until mid-January. I got a little overwhelmed and had some issues with my computer, things like that, and I was like, ugh, I just don't know if that's right for me. So I kind of set it aside and prayed about it, and just sort of came back to it and felt that yes, I should give it a try. If it doesn't work, if it's not something I enjoy doing, if it takes too much time away from my family, my virtual assistant business, my other priorities, things like that, it's not something I'm going to keep up. I am blessed that I don't mind putting something aside. I don't mind trying something. I think that's something that is a blessing for me. It's also a challenge in many, many ways because I look back on things I haven't followed through with for whatever reason, and even though I know that it's good, I hate having that behind me. But at the same time, I'm not afraid to try things, which I think is a good way to sort of get experience. So I'm not afraid to try YouTube, and so far I'm really enjoying it, so I'm planning to keep it up, but I'm not afraid to try it for a little bit and delete it if it's not something that's working for our family, or leave it up and just not do any more videos. Started my YouTube videos with an introduction. I felt like this was a good way for me to just sort of set the tone for my channel and also let people know who I am. I find that's one of the things about finding new YouTubers is a lot of times it's really hard to figure out who they are on a very basic level. So, you pick up things on them, but you have other questions, and hopefully I answered a few of those in those videos. I've been doing at least 2 videos a week, which seems to be a good flow for me. I think I can commit to 2 videos a week. I don't really want to commit to more. And I'm not super set on a huge schedule or anything like that. This isn't my job. This is a hobby. And while I do want to commit to something because that helps me stay on track, I'm not going to stress out if I don't even make those 2 videos a week. But that's my goal, 2 videos a week. I'm hoping what I've written is Monday and Thursday and sometimes in between. And that's what I'm going with for now. So my goal of YouTube is not to make money. However, any hobby that I go into, especially now that I'm a mother, now that I'm a stay-at-home wife, I have so many hobbies that have the potential to bring, not income, but to benefit my family and in some way. So if it's something that I can do to bring benefit to my family while I'm hopefully bringing some sort of benefit to others, that's what I want to do. So I do virtual assisting, which I consider my business and I consider my job. However, it's fun for me to do, and but it's not something I would do if it didn't bring income to my family. YouTube is a hobby and I really enjoy it so far. However, I did end up monetizing my videos because, one, if you monetize with YouTube, you get a few extra little things like scheduling, which I didn't know you couldn't do if you didn't monetize. There's tip number 1. So I did that so 1, I could schedule videos, and 2, because if it can bring a little bit back to my family, like, that's great. I want that option to be there. It's not something, as long as YouTube's not taking away from my priorities or my family, I'm going to keep doing it. But if it can bring anything into my family, I really want that to happen too. So I did do that. And the process was much more simple than I thought. Signing up for monetization was very painless, and I didn't expect it to be, because I had tried to sign up for AdSense way back many years ago when I was into blogging much more and trying to figure that out. And it was just too much for me to deal with at that time, figuring it all out and putting it in place. Not that way with YouTube. So be sure you're monetizing your videos if you want those extra perks, or you know, you don't have to put ads on every video. You can just put it on one or two, or none at all, but you can still have the option there if you want to sign up. My goal is not to, you know, become famous. My goal is not to become rich doing YouTube. I don't expect any of those. I don't plan for any of those. And clearly, you know, I'm not setting myself up for one of those. I just want to share what's going on in my life, and sort of, you know, my goal of doing YouTube is to help, encourage, and share. So I want to help by, you know, offering reviews that to help in your research of things, to save time, to share tips and tricks, those sort of things. I love seeing those videos, and they help me cut down on research time, or to find out about products that I think, you know, have really saved us time in our life or helped us in some way. I also want to encourage, and I want to help show that all women's lives look different. And you know, that's one of the main things that I've gained from YouTube, is sometimes all you see is like the celebrity on TV or in the magazines or on the internet, and every woman's life looks different, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing. So I want that to be sort of a overarching theme, is you get a little peek in my life. My life's different from yours, and that's awesome. And then I also want to hopefully be an encouragement in whatever small way I'm led to do that, or I have the opportunity to do that. And then I also want to share, hopefully give a little peek into little areas of my life, and if that's something that you find entertaining or encouraging or helpful in some way, hopefully that's great. And also, you know, there are some personal reasons that I'm YouTubing. It's great encouragement for me to work on my goals in a timely manner. So I just recently was part of a collab for Valentine's Day, and that really helped encourage me to go ahead and really push through and get that craft done. I am a great procrastinator, so having those goals and having those commitments helps me work through those. And I think I'm actually going to get our handmade Valentine's out way before Valentine's Day, so I'm super excited about that. And I don't know that I would have, we would have got them out on time, I think, but it would have been not as, I wouldn't have taken as much time to get them done quickly before even February. So I'm excited about that. I want to connect with others in a positive way, like I said before. Learn new skills that could help me in the future. So that's another thing I try to think when I take on any project, even if it's not something that I stick with. I learn amazing skills. So in the past, I actually ran a craft magazine with one of my friends online, and it was awesome. We ended up deciding to close that end of the first year. And you know, I look back on that and I think that it could have been really something awesome, and I really miss working on it, and I really miss what it was. But I learned great skills through that. I learned so many different skills that I brought onto me through my professional day job type things, and also with my virtual assistant business, which has been an essential part of allowing me to stay home. So that's great. And I've learned so much. I've learned how to create videos, how to edit, basic edits with them, how to publish them, how to set up AdSense, things like that through YouTube just in the first month. And so I'm excited about that. And I know that anything that I learn is only going to be beneficial to me going forward, even if I decide not to do it going forward. Hopefully record a little bit of a look into our life for Mud Pie, which is my little itty bitty 1-year-old. And you know, she's not going to be the main star of this because just right now for personal reasons, but she is going to be in a few videos, and I'm hoping that this fun little life peek into our lives will be something, if she wants to see it in the future, we'll be there for her. So I know I have so much fun looking back at old family videos, if for nothing else, just to see little pieces of our life, even if we're not doing anything interesting. And I'm hoping that recording more will help me give those little peeks into her life for MedPie so that she can kind of see it and have something to smile about and to learn from as we grow. So right now I'm recording on my iPhone and I think it's working really well. I think the quality is comparable. I mean, obviously it's not a DSLR, it's not a fancy camera or anything like that, but I think it's working for what I did. I wanted to start YouTube, as I start most of my projects, using as little money as possible, and I don't think I've spent anything on YouTube so far. So if you have an iPhone, you have a little bit of editing software, which I use Windows Movie Maker right now, then you can make videos. It just takes a little bit of time learning. So that's what I decided to do. I'm happy with it so far. It does a great job recording audio. It does a pretty good job on video. And the only problem I have is memory space, but it's going okay so far. I try to upload them as soon as possible and delete them from my phone. And I'm looking at some other options for storage solutions, but that's really my only complaint about recording with the iPhone so far. I am considering getting a tripod in the near future because that would be nice. I have a little, it's like a phone mount that works as a tripod right now. That's what I'm using. It's magnetic. It's super really cool, but it doesn't work on a tall level. And my main thing is I want to do a lot of crafts and a lot of sharing videos with you where you do the overhead shot. And I can't figure out a very good way to do that right now. So I'm trying to find the most cost-effective way to do that because, again, I really don't want to invest a lot of money in it right now because this isn't my business and things like that. So I just want to find something cost-effective that works. I'm looking into it. I am looking into getting sort of a, I'm not sure what it's called. I first kind of put the thought together last year when I was watching Happily a Housewife, and she had bought some that she covers and does for planer videos, and I really love the idea of doing that for some small craft videos because I record most of these at my table, which is a bought secondhand table, and it's been through a lot of love. And while it's perfect for eating on and for dining around and for sharing conversation around, it's not prettiest in a video. So I saw some that Hobby Lobby that I'm considering. So it's something I'm looking into because I think it would be fun to have that pretty background, especially because I do want to do several craft videos or sharing videos. I really want to do where I share my Project Life album, not the whole thing, but just a little review of it because I did get it printed, and I'd like to have a nice background if possible. So I did create a cover image, and I used Canva, C-A-N-V-A, to create that. I like it so far. I'll put a link down below where to find some dimensions to use for the different areas of YouTube, because it took me several times to figure out the right size for that, because you don't want anything that's going to be cut off in the different areas, because they use a different size for TV, different size for the internet browser, and then a different size for the phone. And that was a big challenge because I kept trying things and it didn't look right in the different versions. So I'll try to put that link down below that I found to find those dimensions. And I just tried to center everything in the middle, but make the outside pretty if you're getting a big view, and center everything that I need in that core spot. So it's not perfect. Doesn't look super professional, but I'm happy with it. And I put a little description in there of what I hope my channel will be. Like I said, I'm planning on doing 2 videos a week because it's working, and I want to keep, my priorities obviously being time with God, family, my virtual assisting work, and trying to keep up our house a little bit so it isn't going to total pieces. Our house is not perfect, but I want it to be a refuge for our family. I just started doing some custom thumbnails. I think they do really look a lot better, and that's something that I'm hoping to grow. And I want to get a good system, like a template, so that everything looks similar and everything looks the same. And I haven't figured out what that is yet. I think a lot of things with YouTube, one thing I really love with YouTube is going back and watching people that are super professional now, going back and looking at their first videos. You can do that. You can sort in, if you're on the web, on oldest to newest, and reminding myself that everybody starts out figuring out their way. figuring out their way along the ride. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of feeling out what, what's going to call to me the most in videos, and what is the feel of my channel, and how can I best reach the people who could benefit from my videos. So working on that. I have found a pretty good system of making a calendar on Google Calendar. That's sort of an editorial calendar. It has my plans on the weekends, because I know I don't publish things on the weekends, and then I move when I record them, I move them to the date that I want to publish them. That's been working pretty well so far. And I also use Evernote to make notes for, if I'm on my phone, I can make a quick note if I think, oh, I want to mention that in the show notes for this video, that sort of thing. So right now, I have about 13 subscribers, which I think is great for doing this for like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm really excited to have 13 subscribers so far, and I'm so thankful for each one and the support that I've gotten on YouTube. I have signed up for the YouTube group, YouTube Mommy Meetup, and they have a private Facebook group, which I have found very beneficial. The ladies there are super helpful, super supportive, and I've been able to meet a lot of new ladies from there. I am really enjoying getting to connect with people. I think that's what's going to keep bringing me back to YouTube, is being able to connect with other people. And some of the people are people I've watched videos of for a long time, and it's so neat to get to connect with them in the comments, because I never really did comments before. It's always been something I've watched on, in the little pockets of time, which I still do, but now I try to make a little bit of time every few days to go in and comment on those videos and let them know that, I support them and encourage them as well. And getting comments make my day. So if you would be willing to leave a comment below, you'd make my day. Getting to know a little bit more about people. I'm learning so much, and I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting from others. So for February, I want to just sort of continue to feel out what my videos are working out to be, what I find fits into my life, what I find gets a good response, that other people either find entertaining or informative, that sort of thing, and go from there. So I am looking forward. I've signed up for 2 collabs. One's already went live on YouTube through YouTube Mommy Meetup. And I'm so excited to be a part of those and to connect with some women through that, and to be able to share some other awesome similar content with you, because I think that's the great thing about collabs, is if it's a topic you're interested in, you have, other videos that you can go watch right away. So that's great. And I just hope to keep learning and keep going, and hopefully keep growing. Just first month on YouTube. If so, what's it looking like for you? And if you're much more experienced than me, what do you remember about starting out on YouTube? What challenges did you find, and what things did you find helped you or kept you going on YouTube? YouTube can be a challenging place, and I see why it would be challenging, especially for someone trying to grow a business. So what encouraged you to keep going with YouTube? I'd love it if you subscribed, if you like what you see, or you're looking forward to seeing where this ride goes for me. And I always love it when people say hi in the comments and let me know how they're doing. So I hope you will, and I hope you have a super blessed day. Thanks. Bye-bye.